What's up? What's happening, Entry Point fans? Thank you guys for watching this year. It's been a great first year, and hopefully you're all going to really want us to come back again next year. We got a lot of good things in store for you guys, and the more we keep talking and feeding back off of you, that you all want us to come back and do a maybe March Madness bracket thing. Well, we got to talking with a couple of our sponsors, mainly the offensive line, the O-Line Grill of Hurstbourne and Westport. And those guys are really pumped about us being there, which is where the show that you're about to watch is recorded from. And they're talking that they want us, they're going to give away some gift certificates to the March Madness winners. And we also got our friends from Make the Cut. They're going to give away some free haircuts as well, so you're all going to definitely want to get involved into the brackets. The brackets are going to be free. We're just going to figure out a way for you guys to post them and make it nice and easy for you guys to get involved. One entry per person. And, hopefully we get a nice get some nice feedback off that as well, just as much as been coming all year long, guys. We appreciate it. Thanks for keeping the Facebook page got going this year. It's been a really good start for us this year. Me and Fosterdamus are really proud of what we've had going here. We've moved around to a few places. It all started here in my house, and then all of a sudden we're going to Berno's, and then all of a sudden we're going across the river. And now we're across the river, and that's the new spot. I mean, they got TVs everywhere, guys. I want to tell you that this place is really where you want to watch the games at. Bryce, all the servers are cool. Bryce is the owner, and he's great. Joe, he's cool. He's a manager, and he's into football. If you're into sports, this is the place you're going to want to watch it. It's only about a 25-minute drive from over here in New Albany. It ain't bad at all, and the drinks are cheap. The food is cheap, and the food is good, and the drinks are good. So, guys, before we get into the show, I just want to go ahead and make sure, because I don't think I touched on that during our clips. So, enjoy the show, guys. Good luck, and have fun watching the Super Bowl. Be safe. Be safe. Always get you a DD. Drink smart. I thought I loved you so.
In the skinny jean wearer, throw for days in the OAA, boss love.
What's up? What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Super Bowl edition.
Super Bowl edition, Entry Point, baby.
Right here, coming at you, recording live at a new spot.
New spot, brand new.
We like to thank the offensive line, the O-line.
The O-line.
Right here off of Hurstbourne and Westport.
2813 Hurstbourne Parkway over here in the Ville.
Where we're going to be kicking it for the Super Bowl.
We'll be here for the Super Bowl, guys. 25-cent wings, okay?
Yeah.
And dollar domestic bottles.
Yeah.
For all you drinkers out there.
You better get a taxi.
It's game time. Mr. Keenan and I will be here live and in color for Super Bowl.
With a DD for sure.
With a DD for sure.
Got to be smart. Drink smart.
Exactly.
And today we're going to be doing a little bit of going over some stats, weighing this, weighing that. We're going to give you reasons to pick either team.
Right. And
you can choose who you want to go with here.
You be the judge.
We're going to go over the spread. We're going to give you some cool prop bets that they got going on in Vegas that I think are kind of interesting. And we're going to weigh some stats. And like I said, get ready for the big game.
The big game, the big
Saturday.
bowl. Here, remember, this Sunday.
Yeah,
Here at
right.
the O-line.
Super Bowl
the
Sunday,
third
obviously.
Super Bowl Sunday. We'll be here.
Well, let's start it off with, let's see who you like right now. Kind of go both ways, but I'm gonna go one way. You're gonna go the other.
Right.
The spread's 3.5 currently. Over under 49.
47 over.
47.
47.
Well, I'm going San Fran.
I'm
gonna lay it out. I'm gonna lay it out right there, right now. I'm gonna take San Fran in the points, and for many reasons. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you go with yours here, Fosterdamus.
Well, Mr. Keenan's taking the Niners, which, it's kind of hard to argue. These guys have been great. Kaepernick's been phenomenal. The kid's a wrecking ball. 6'7" monster, cannon arm. gets it done, gets the ball downfield, makes his teammates better. These guys in the locker room love him. They absolutely love him.
Yep.
And why not? And making Harbaugh look real, real good. Mr. Ex-Colt, by the way.
Right.
Still love you.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you look at Ray Lewis, you look at the Ravens, you look at these guys that have been there, done that. Flacco, has he finally figured it out? Is he finally ready to take that next big step to be a great QB?
Yeah.
And you got Ray Rice, you got Ray Lewis, you got Ed Reed. These guys have been in playoff games before. They've been in big games before. Ray Lewis won a Super Bowl.
So you're saying, San Fran's a little bit less experienced. I'm cool. I understand. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows they're a young team, but
they're on the rise, right?
Yeah, and nobody's stopping them. They went against all odds all year long, and I'm just not going to go because Kaepernick will probably be my keeper for next year, thanks to picking him up off the waivers on a fantasy football note, and that's a robbery. Keenan, Robin,
weak.
So I'm going with Kaepernick. I'm thinking he's the next big thing. Dude's the next big thing. We had a caller earlier this year that called it out. Oh, Herb the Perv.
Yeah, Herb was calling in early in the season.
And he called out Kaepernick. I had no idea who he was at the time. Nobody did.
I knew he was a baller, but I thought they were sold on Smith until he got hurt. You kind of had to.
Yeah, once you get hurt, you might lose your spot. And
next man
Kaepernick was ready to rock. So, and I'm going to ride him out with it. I'm going with it. Kaepernick, he's like 10 foot tall, bulletproof, everything
nice
you need.
Nice sleeve tattoo,
Yeah, plenty of tattoos.
Exactly, plenty of tats.
There's a lot of statistics here to go over. Throughout the year, San Francisco, as far as their total offense per game, yards per game, they finished 11th, which is pretty good.
It's in the top half.
And Baltimore finished 16th. So they're both offense through the year has been really well. But as far as the postseason went, San Fran's offense is the number one offense, gaining 476 yards per game.
476
total offense. Ooh. That's a huge number. That's 50 more, 424.7 than Baltimore. So those 50 yards could be a touchdown.
Could be huge, never know.
And I'm thinking so. I'm thinking they're going to win by a touchdown. We'll give you our scores here coming up. And the offense throughout the year was not very good, but granted, Kaepernick didn't show up.
Kaepernick wasn't there until Alex Smith went down with concussion.
You can't really weigh in what they've been doing throughout the year, except if you go from his past 7 starts.
True, but in the same sense, you look at them. He has been there for this year, and Kaepernick has done this well, and his numbers don't lie. The dude's been phenomenal. But in this case, I think you got to ride with the guys with Flacco. He's not been to a Super Bowl, but he's been damn close.
He's been a lot of playoff games.
A lot of playoff games. Won every single year since his rookie season. Big winner. Yeah. Harbaugh's been a big winner there in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Ergo, but he's playing his brother, so I guess their family is having a nice weekend this weekend.
Congratulations.
Mr. Crean, to your brother-in-law.
Yeah.
But I go back to look at a game like the Giants came into San Francisco. I believe it was week 6. The Giants come in there. And I think they're a similar type team, similar type of quarterback, nice possession receiver. I like to compare Bolden to Akeem Nicks and Torrey Smith to Victor Cruz. And a nice tight end as well. And then you've got Ray Rice when they have a couple good backs in New York. And New York went into Candlestick Park and beat them down. Mind you, that was with an Alex Smith. But it's still the same defense. It's still the same O-line. All the components are the same except with Kaepernick. I feel like Baltimore can scheme well against his option fake, Ray Lewis, Terrell Suggs. These guys have been there, done that, put a lot of football in their time. Mm-hmm. Ed Reed, the ball hawk, he's going to find something, baby. You know what I mean?
But the Ravens have also had a lot of disappointing losses this year.
Of course.
They haven't been very consistent at all. They've been the epitome of inconsistent, whatever you want to call it.
They lost their last game of the regular season to the Bengals.
And you can also argue that they haven't even played in this playoffs a quarterback that is a triple threat like Kaepernick is.
No, they haven't played a triple threat.
They haven't played one like that. Even though they played against 2 great quarterbacks.
You saw Manning. You saw Luck. He's a little more mobile than Brady and Manning. But Brady will still run. And they're they beat 2 of the top 10 quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah.
To get here. right now.
But they also haven't beat a very mobile quarterback.
Correct. Right.
And I'm saying that this aspect of the game, which the Ravens have throughout the year, their defense finished 20th in rushing yards per game, giving up 122.8, which is very uncharacteristic of a Ravens defense. But they have been giving up a lot this year, and that's a danger. That's a huge danger for Kaepernick. I mean, that's ready for him to blow up right there.
Blow up is the operative word. I'm glad you used that. Because my buddy here, Bryce Brown, used that earlier too here. The O-line, Hurstbourne 28-13, don't forget. Anyway, he liked to use Kaepernick and blow up in the same sentence because it's about time for him to blow up. I mean, it's time for him to screw up. He is young. He is a second-year guy. He does have a little swagger about him. You see him in the interviews.
Seems cool, calm,
collected, and maybe a little cocky, which could be great or it could be detrimental depending on how the Ravens come out. Because I'm sure Harbaugh's got a plan for Kaepernick. And I don't mean his coach. I mean the Ravens. I mean John Harbaugh.
Well, I'm saying, too, like, Kaepernick hasn't took one of those hits from Ed Reed yet. He ain't took a hit from Ray.
Goalie Nada, big 300-pound monster laying on him.
If Kaepernick thinks he's going to run and he don't dive to the ground as soon as he sees those guys, he might be out for the game, and then you're looking at a wholly different ballgame.
Alex Smith,
a totally different ballgame. Then the Ravens are mad. If somehow they can knock Kaepernick out of this game, the Ravens are favored to win this.
No doubt. No doubt in my mind. Alex Smith, he's won games, regular season, and he showed signs. Last year, he won a playoff game, but it's still Alex Smith.
But you also got, exactly, and Kaepernick has made that they have actually averaged 5 more points per game since Kaepernick has been in.
Of course.
So, I mean, that's a big difference, 5 more points right there. So if Kaepernick's out, you lose those 5 points at least, and the Ravens win by 3.
Yeah, because the spread is 3.5, and that's Baltimore getting points.
Yeah. Right. So could be a good bet there, but I'm saying if Kaepernick stays in the whole game, you're in trouble, Baltimore. I don't really think you can do it. I mean,
that's a good argument.
Your defense has not really been that good throughout the regular season. You finished, even in passing yards, 17th in the regular season, giving up a lot. Giving up 228 passing yards per game. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And finished 17th in total yardage given up per game, which is a lot. I mean, they're giving up 350 yards total a game.
That's a lot.
And that's
a lot. That's a lot for a
especially compared
traditionally
to San Fran.
Shut down type of defense. That is a lot.
And especially compared to San Fran's, who is 294 yards they give up on average, which is third, ranks third. You're going up against. I mean,
that's during the season, right?
That's through the regular season, yeah.
Okay.
But through the playoffs, they've both given up pretty much about the even.
Right. The playoffs are pretty much similar, like you were saying,
with their
stats compared to regular season. Let's kick back to regular season. Let's think about the division that San Francisco plays in per se, because you've got the Rams, who they lost to and tied.
Right.
You've got the Arizona Cardinals, who won their first 5 games and lost their next 10.
Right.
And then you've got the Seattle Seahawks, who were a nice surprise this year
and
stomped the 49ers the last time they played.
Right.
While the Ravens played against a traditionally great Pittsburgh team twice.
They were down though.
They're down a little bit. A Bengals team who tied for the division with them, with their loss of game too. And a Browns team who's actually probably on the way up and up as well. I'd probably throw them ahead of an Arizona Cardinals team if you wanted me to rank them from top to bottom.
So I like your argument there.
Division-wise, you look at it as but that's been a great division for a long time. The AFC West has been a great division for a long, long, long time.
I like it, man. I don't know. It's going to be a great game, man. I think it's going to be a huge game,
great game,
and it's going to be a fun time here at the O-line.
Y'all got to come hang out. O-line, come hang out. Get a beer with me and Mr. Keenan.
We're going to be loud,
obnoxious.
We're trying to keep it down. There's a family of kids right over
here. So bring your family in here, too. It's not just a bar, guys. Come in. They got great food, great service.
Oh, the food was
a great spot.
Just had the patty melt. Pretty good.
And the calamari is off the charts.
They got something called a Juicy Lucy. That was pretty good, too.
Good stuff.
These burgers are huge.
Burgers as big as your head.
And they got really cool names for mixed drinks, which they'll be having their drinks this Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And they got real cool games.
So Sunday.
They're doing names as far as like sports names for their drinks.
Come get a Patino Pina Colada.
Right.
Get you a Calipari Kool-Aid, something like that.
Right.
Wet your whistle a little bit for the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. And so let's see. I mean, I don't know where you want to go next here, Fosterdamus. You want to talk about, because I'm telling you that the running back core, you're dealing with Frank Gore and LaMichael James, who has been a hell of a backup. And then you got Kaepernick, who is just running more than anybody, and you got the Ravens defense, who doesn't like to tackle people that run the ball.
Well,
and this could be huge. This could be huge right here. I'm saying that I really like that aspect compared to Ray Rice, potentially going to go off, but he's really the only running threat that they have. I mean, sometimes they'll play with Torrey Smith a little bit, which is going to be the X factor, in my opinion.
Right. Well, and Bernard Pierce, he gets 7-8 carries a game. And he's had a TD 2 of the last 3 games. Pierce has shown up a little bit, and they're using him a little more because he's like a change of pace. He's runs those counters, he runs those stretch plays where Ray Rice just hits the hole and goes.
Yeah. But like a wrecking ball.
Like a wrecking ball, exactly. A wrecking ball from Rutgers, Mr. Ray. But when I break it down, Gore's a great back. LaMichael James is a great back. Ray Rice is a great back. We don't know a whole lot about Pierce yet. It's still his rookie season, so more's to come from him, I'm sure, as well as LaMichael James. But, yeah, I kind of got to give that to San Fran in the run game
as far as
because they've been doing it all year. Plus, like you said, they have that triple threat with, Kaepernick can throw the ball and throw on the run and pass the ball because he's got a cannon.
Right. I mean, they're averaging the most rushing yards in the postseason out of any team that's played this postseason, and they're in the last game, so they didn't just have one good game.
No,
the San Francisco 49ers are averaging 236 rushing yards total per game, which is just obliterated. I mean, second place is 62.5 points away, and that was with Seattle.
Well, you can thank the Atlanta Falcons for that, too, in the postseason because they gave it up.
Yeah.
They gave it up.
Yeah. You're right. I don't know, man, and I'm really thinking that the tight end position goes to San Fran. I know Pitt has had his up and up year. This is his come from, but you're dealing with the team captain and Vernon Davis and a guy he's been wanting this. He's been wanting this spotlight. He's hungry, ready for the Super Bowl. I think he's going to help calm down Kaepernick if need be.
Well, you got Boss Moss there too. The guy's never got a ring either.
And he needs a ring. Boss Moss needs a ring. I mean, he did claim that he was the greatest of all time.
Yeah, Randy, about that. It's good to feel great about yourself, and confidence is key in life. However, Jerry's the best.
Jerry.
I mean,
and by the way, he was a Niner.
Yeah,
too,
so
you can't really say that in a Niner uniform and really get respect. I mean, even Niner fans are mad at you right now.
Just enjoy the media day. Just try to forget about 18-1 when you were in New England.
You ain't got to say something stupid every time.
Maybe you're a jinx, Randy. Maybe you're not supposed to win.
I don't like the sound of that because I'm going with San Fran. But the wide receivers, I mean, Torrey Smith is the X factor. If that dude goes off, if he gets more than 5 catches, he's going to have a great game, I think, because his catches are over 20 yards every time.
Right. He's like the second coming of Mike Wallace. You see a guy like that catching balls of longer than 20 yards. I think he had the most this year in the league.
Yeah, and Bolden, he's kind of hit or miss whether or not he's going to show up a game and get open. But if his matchup favors him, he's good too. But all in all, I will take Boss Moss. I will take Crabtree. I will take Manningham, and I will take Vernon Davis over their wide receiving core. And I think the wide receiving core is better in San Fran than it is over there in Baltimore, because if you focus on Torrey Smith and don't let that dude get behind you, you're gonna be in the game and you're probably gonna win.
Well, and you also have to, if you're gonna go with their passing game, you've got Delaney Walker and San Fran, and you've got Frank Gore and Michael James catching the ball in the backfield. But what I want to talk about now, since you brought that up, is the fact that look how underrated Flacco's been and their passing game and their receivers are. Little guy I like to say something about right now. This is going to be the key to the game. Write it down. His name is Jacoby Jones. He is a speedster. Not only that, he's had kick returns, punt returns for touchdowns. Yeah. Special teams could be really, really key in this game.
Yeah.
And I feel like he plays the 3-man for them. So you got Bolden, you've got Smith out there, and then you got Pitter running in the middle, and then you've got Jacoby Jones in the slot, man. Send him running. Let Torrey be the decoy.
I think it's going to be a great game.
It's going to be a great game, guys. Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know. It's going to be a great. You want to go ahead and give them the picks real quick? What you got?
Yeah.
What your final score is?
We can go ahead and go with this. The final score of the Harbaugh Bowl, guys.
The Harbaugh Bowl.
The Harbaugh Bowl.
Yeah. And then, well, I'm going to go ahead and say I was thinking under this game. I was thinking under. But the more I've talked about it, I really like these offenses, and my score just changed in my head.
Okay.
And I see 31-24 San Fran.
31-24 San Fran. Mr. Keenan.
Woo. That's mine. I just wrote it down. And it's on tape if you don't believe me.
Right, exactly. You can
And
pay attention.
I like that score. I ain't
Well,
gonna have it.
I'm going to have to break it down going with this, guys. For me, he's going with San Fran, so I'm definitely going with Ray and the Ravens. You know, his performance-enhancing drugs, whatever he's doing, whatever.
Right.
With his
Yeah,
deer antlers,
he's on 'em.
have them, Ray. It's your last year. It's time for a Super Bowl for Ray. The 3.5-point spread, I love. Give me the Ravens. Plus, I mean, it's time for Ray, man. It's time for Ray. So my final score, we're going with 27-24 Ravens. Ray, Bay.
Of course. You want go ahead and take the money line. Go ahead and take the money line.
Well, actually, go ahead and just take your points if you're taking the Ravens, because 3.5, if they somehow lose the game, which I highly doubt they will, it won't be about more than a field goal. So the half point will save you and keep you winning.
All right, guys. That's it. That's what we got here. We'll close it out with a little bit of some prop bets. We'll give you a little prop bets here. Kaepernick over under 218 yards passing. A pretty low number, I would say.
Right.
I would say pretty low.
If you're looking at prop bets, let's go ahead and mark these.
Yeah.
I'll go over.
I'm saying over too.
Over, okay.
I mean, because that's just so low, man. That's so low. I would just say over in that. Ray Rice, over under 65.5 yards for the game.
For the game. I think Ray Rice has to have 80 plus to have a chance. So go with Ray.
If you're wanting the Ravens to win, he better get over
Yeah, that's
that,
a nice
right?
prop bet. Yeah, exactly.
And just to go ahead and go both sides there, we got Frank Gore.
Right.
He's actually got an over-under of 81.5.
81.5.
Yeah, is he that much better? Much better?
It's not that he's that much better. I think their offensive line may be better, and they've run so much. But I would take the under on that because of the emergence of Michael James and because Kaepernick has wheels.
I go the other way on that.
Mr. Keenan taking the over on Frankie.
I'm going over.
That's Jeezy.
And since we were talking about Randy and
Boss.
his big mouth, you have for the greatest receiver of all time, Vegas has set your over/under yardage for the game. 34.5 yards.
Ooh, greatest receiver of all time.
The greatest receiver of all time would never be that low
No.
of a yard total.
No, never. Not if he's in a wheelchair.
In a Super Bowl.
No.
Yeah, I mean, Jerry Rice can get that many yards in a wheelchair.
One pass. Jerry's got you.
So, and I'm actually going to go under on that.
I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with you.
I don't even think he gets that. Just because, man.
He's a little older, man. Boss. Nah. It ain't that.
But I think he's going to have one good catch, probably. He'll probably catch a ball
and
for
dance around or
15
something.
yards and get a touchdown. He'd probably get him a touchdown, but it'll be like a 3-yard pass or something. That'd be
Right.
The best one of all. How many times will they mention the Harbaugh? Have a
Harbaugh Bowl
reference. How many times? That's set at 2.5. How many times will they mention the brothers Super Bowl, the Harbaugh? Over under is set at 2.5.
Nah, that's easy over. They're going to talk about it.
They're going to talk. They're
5,
going to mention
7,
it. I mean,
10,
I bet
12.
that's before
The whole damn game.
Yeah, they're going to mention it that many times by halftime.
Right.
I would think.
No doubt.
I mean, that's just the way that those people, they go like that. So, guys, it's been a great season.
Great season. Think about it.
Make sure that get ready for March Madness.
Get ready for March Madness. We will see you in the conference championships.
Yeah.
Get here this Sunday,
Yep.
Super Bowl Sunday,
The
with us,
O-line.
Mr. Keenan, Fosterdamus, myself. Boom, Super Bowl time at the O-line.
Good luck, guys.